Hello, what is up, future doctors? Today I'm going to make a video about my junior year, and I have to say, junior year was definitely my most hectic year in terms of what happened during the second semester. So, to start off with the fall semester, the first semester, I took quantitative analysis. I don't know why your school calls it that, but in other schools you'll find that as PChem. This class really did live up to the reputation. The lab was pretty difficult, it's twice a week, and it's basically like a general chemistry lab, but you had to follow many more steps and make sure you get an exact amount of product. And that was hard because let's say you dropped something, you add the wrong kind of chemicals, you would completely mess up. So the first lab, me and one of my closest friends, we failed, literally failed it. But luckily, they know everybody fails the first one, so you got one free drop. But I figured it out. But definitely the beginning of that class was 10 out of 10 stressful. Like usually when you go to class, you feel indifferent about it. I'm just going to lecture, I'm going to lab. This class was like when you walked into the lab part, not really the lecture part, the lab part, you just want to go like, okay, like I just wanted to slap myself like this. It was just that stressful for a while. So I also took biochemistry, sociology, kind of your standard stuff that most pre-meds are going to take junior year. And those are pretty straightforward. And that semester in general ended up pretty well. Now the second semester, I ended up taking biochem 2 because my major is biochem. I had to take 2 semesters. I took Spanish and physics 2. So this was kind of supposed to be a very light semester for me. I'm only doing, uh, 3 classes, and I kind of made it this way on purpose because I was also going to be applying the cycle, and I was also studying for my MCAT. So this semester is kind of crazy because of these 3 things: MCAT, school, and application. And so unfortunately, you need to use that whole semester to do all 3 things. And it's possible, but you need excellent time management skills, which after what happened during that semester, I did not have. And well, this is what kind of why I say this was especially hectic for me. So, in December 2019, I remember reading on the news that there's some virus going around in Wuhan, China. So this was far before the general public of the United States knew, or it was even mainstream. This is just something I see like randomly. Virus found that's infecting people. It's like you just hear something. It was just like okay, like it's just regular news. Like okay, that's unfortunate. Then it starts infecting quite a lot of people in China. I kept seeing it more and more and more, and let's go to March. We're in lockdown. We all knew what happened at that point. And so they started canceling the MCAT. So then I'm like, do I even study for it? Because am I going to even take it? And some people were saying they might do no MCAT application. And then on top of that, school was becoming fully online. So they just ended up giving us basically all these, like, no more assignments because nobody knew what was going on. And it was just ridiculous because I didn't know. I had an MCAT scheduled for the end of May, but then, it got canceled. And the June ones got canceled. And I wasn't sure what's going on. And so I wasn't really keeping my head straight. I was kind of just playing video games most of the time. I didn't know if I'm even going to take the MCAT at that time. And so I'm going to make more videos about the MCAT specifically and the cycle later on. But I just want to tell you that was kind of how junior year went along. And obviously that was an extreme situation. It was the start of COVID. If it was any other year, I probably would have handled it in a better way, but it's kind of getting annoying, especially during April and May when everybody in my house is in Zoom calls for work, for school, and you're just cooped up at home. And I'm just doing the bare minimum here in terms of what you should have been doing for COVID, not going outside if you don't need to, and if you are wearing a mask, protecting yourself and protecting others by staying 6 feet apart. And I really did only stay inside other than to get groceries, and that kind of really makes you, go a little bit loco when you're just inside forever. So yeah, I'm going to cover the application and MCAT in further videos, and I'm looking forward to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, future doctors.